with FanDuel to make the game come alive. Any homer can feel like a walk.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of Honey Barbecue or New Buffalo. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in Honey Barbecue or New Buffalo. Hurry in and try them today, only at DQ.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of
Ballpark
basic
staples.
ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich,
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak,
Okay.
and some.
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
What's up? What's up, motherfuckers? What's up, party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a better day than I am, because I am broken. I'm honestly not okay. I'm honestly not. But really, there's nothing that can be done about it. There's really nothing anybody can say or do besides maybe, some pussy.
To the show.
Even that really wouldn't help me feel. It might help a little, but
Those obsessed with the game can take the complex and make it simple.
if y'all didn't hear,
That's why Major
Yesterday,
League Baseball chose Extreme Networks to
around
advance their game.
like 29 hours ago, 6:50 yesterday, 6:51.
It just enhances skills.
Rafael Devers, it was announced that he was traded to the San Francisco Giants, and if you guys know anything, he is the best player on our team.
UMGC, I feel confident. I have the background when I walk into it.
As they bring a 5-game
I'm not going to get to see Rafi bombs anymore.
Very different looking lineup.
I'm not going to be able to
9-game road trip out west.
see those moments at Fenway.
Brooks will also have Jemai Webster in just a moment. Great to have you with us tonight. And we'll
Those moments where he goes into other stadiums.
When the shocking trade of Rafi Devers to the Giants came down.
Yeah, and honestly, the timing couldn't be worse, right, OB? I mean, you've won 5 in a row. You just swept the Yankees at home. And things felt like they were finally getting back
We move on.
track. And honestly, in the short term, this really
We've
kills
got a
them
game to
offensively.
play.
I mean, there's no way around that. But a move like this
We got
tells
9
me
innings
that
ahead
in
of
the
us.
eyes of the front office, roster flexibility, and most importantly, preserving the culture inside of that clubhouse with these young players outweighs the offensive production from Rafi Devers. And that's really tough to grasp right now, especially with a team that's fighting to stay in
move on.
striking distance of a wild card spot. You're going to have to do that all without your best bat.
Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox tonight is Lucas Giolito.
Red Sox trying to keep this pitching
He has
run
a
going.
5.45 ERA in 8 games played this year, has 31 strikeouts in 39 and 2/3 innings pitched. Been very up or down, had some good outings, had some terrible outings. But yeah, sitting at 5.45 ERA right now. For the Seattle Mariners, a much better pitcher by the name of Logan Gilbert is pitching. He's only played 6 games this year. It's actually his first game back since April 25th. So I'm guessing he had an injury. Didn't really keep up with that, but guessing he had an injury. I know he's really good. So he has a 2.37 ERA in 6 games played this year, 44 strikeouts and 30 1/3 innings pitched. Starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. J.P. Crawford leads off at shortstop. Julio Rodriguez bats second in center field. Cal Raleigh bats third at catcher. Jorge Polanco bats fourth at DH. Randy Arozarena bats 5th in left field. Rowdy Tellez bats 6th at first base. Dominic Canzoni bats 7th in right field. Ben Williamson bats 8th at third base. And Cole Young bats 9th at second base. Batting lineup for the Red Sox.
How do you sleep at night? On a mattress from Mattress Firm.
Jarren Duran leads off in left field.
At the July 4th sale, get a Sealy King bed for a queen.
Rafael Devers not in the lineup.
Plus, get a free adjustable base.
Abraham Toro batting second at first base.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Roman Anthony bats third in right field.
Tasted, selected.
Carlos Narvaez bats fourth at catcher.
A premium whiskey.
Marcelo Meyer bats fifth at third base.
Traveler's made to be enjoyed exactly.
Trevor Story bats sixth at shortstop.
Is brought to you by Audi.
David Hamilton
Audi
bats seventh at second base.
WB Mason, request your food service catalog today.
Cedon Rafaela bats eighth in center field. And Christian Campbell bats ninth at DH.
Visit buyatoyota.com.
The fucking, that was so hard, dude.
Auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. Biggest trip
that was
of the
torture
season to date, certainly in the longest of the year, 9 games in 10 days. And before the game, Jemai Webster spoke with Red Sox Chief Baseball Officer Craig Breslow.
Thank you very much, David. Also was the biggest trip for Craig Breslow because this was not a planned trip, but when you trade the franchise player, he wanted to come and get in front of the audience and speak with the team and talk about why this move was made. As you mentioned, we had a conversation just a moment ago. Here's what it started with, including
it still
what
doesn't.
Now after you shake
This doesn't feel real.
Foundation.
Well, no doubt, Rafi is an incredibly talented hitter. We saw what he's capable of doing and the way that he's carried this team at times.
Here he is.
Predating me, but
here he is,
over
Jaden.
The last season and a half or so. And now I think as you look at the foundation of this team, there's a lot of really exciting young talent.
He doesn't stand up very well.
That's making it to the big leagues and impacting our club and playing alongside guys.
Put him right here.
Jarren, and Alex Bregman in a really short amount of time has really positioned himself as kind of a leader on this team. And the extension that we had with Garrett as someone who can pitch at the front of the rotation. I think those are the guys that you point to among others. But I think more than anything,
I'm a broken individual.
Needs to be.
This is not going to be the normal energy of a game, of a stream.
To put the team ahead of any individual, to step up for each other in times of need, to make sacrifices, and always put the Red Sox ahead of any.
Honestly,
you're here in Seattle.
Up there with one of the worst days of my entire life. I'm not going to lie.
Just so you can get in front of the team and address them personally.
I'm thinking particularly of 2 days that were worse than this, and those are probably rather obvious if you know me.
Questions that anybody has, to make sure that our guys understand that we believe in them in the same way that they believe in each other, and in no way should this be taken as waving the white flag on our season, but rather an opportunity to continue to come together and play good baseball.
I can't stop watching. I am a fan through and through, and I have to watch my team through the ups and the downs. That's why I feel like it was important for me to be here tonight, streaming the Red Sox instead of streaming what I honestly would rather be streaming right now, the NBA Finals Game 5. I would rather be streaming that.
In this role, and
but
I understand.
There's a Game 4. It's Game 5, yeah.
Criticism. It's really hard to sit here and say that on paper we're a more talented team when you take Rafi Devers out of our lineup, but this isn't about putting. This isn't collecting the most talent on paper. This is about building the best team, the most functional team that we can, and winning the most games. And we believe that as a result of this trade, when we look back at the end of the season, we'll have won more games than we otherwise would have because of the flexibility that this move affords us, the ability to play some of our young players, the opportunity to repurpose some of the resources that we have as early as this trade deadline to address some needs. So, I get it. But at the end of the day,
this is one of the low points
in wins and losses. That's
not only this season, and we hope that but honestly in the history of the Red Sox.
Lastly, I'll get you out of here with this. As you mentioned,
this is probably
on the season.
The
how do you view the rest of this
worst,
year? And what's your expectation?
Maybe not moment.
We came into this
I'd say maybe 86. Bill Buckner was probably the worst moment in the history of the Red Sox.
Has gone on.
But
we've definitely played inconsistently. We haven't gotten started pitching at a time when we were scoring a bunch of runs. We haven't scored runs at times.
Definitely the worst decision ever made.
Sync those things up.
The Babe Ruth trade does not compare.
And I think
it really doesn't.
Right now.
Babe Ruth was not even real. He was a fictional character.
To manage this roster, and we've got 26 guys in the clubhouse who believe in themselves.
So Breslow giving the team some face time. The biggest thing to me there, guys, was we believe we will win more games.
The road to the majors is built by the hands that shape the game, the coaches who guide.
It's to prove today, right now, in this moment, if they can begin winning more games in the post-Raffy era. Dave?
Jemai, thank you, and nice job there. In the American League, they keep track of 19 offensive categories every day. Raffy Devers is in the top 10 in 10 of those. You're not going to replace that, certainly, but we take a look at the Red Sox lineup presented by Plymouth Rock, and we're going to highlight Christian Campbell because he is the DH tonight. One day after Raffy hit a home run in his last official at bat at Fenway Park, Jarren Duran will lead things off against the Mariners starting pitcher. That's the right-hander Logan Gilbert. He's 1-1 with a 2.37 ERA. He was Seattle's opening day starter, but he's making his first start since April 25. He's been out on the IL with a forearm tightness issue.
Here's a look at the Mariners on defense tonight. Ben Williamson will be at third base with J.P. Crawford at short. Cole Young at second base, and Rowdy Tellez will be over at first. In the outfield from left to right will go Randy Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez, Dominic Canzone, and behind the plate doing the catching will be Cal Raleigh.
Your umpires tonight presented by M&T Bank. DJ Rayburn will take care of home plate. Sean Barber at first, James Hoy at second, and John Litka makes the decisions at third. We're available. The telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP is brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Beautiful night here in Seattle. Mostly sunny. The roof is open, 71 degrees, bit of a breeze, very, very little. Out to the left at about 4 miles per hour. So just gorgeous here for game number 1. By the way, the San Francisco Giants are idle tonight. They play Cleveland in San Francisco tomorrow, and they will introduce Raffy Devers at 5:30 Eastern Time at a press conference at Oracle Park.
That's going to be an interesting weekend series for us, huh?
Oh, my. Starting on Friday, Red Sox at the Giants. And Jarren Duran to climb it at 264 with 5 home runs.
Cheers,
so
Duran.
Ball game here.
And
the first pitch from Gilbert on the way. Coming in with a 2.37 earned run average.
Off we go.
And up high, ball 1 to get started. Red Sox have won 5 in a row to pull themselves within a half a game of a wild card spot. With 89 games to play, the 1-0.
And one that's fouled off.
Tampa Bay and Toronto and Seattle have the 3 wild card positions going into this week. Seattle by half a game over the Red Sox and the Twins.
Just got to find a way to get Jarren Duran going again. 194 over his last 10.
He hit the home run the other day, though.
11.
It's the fastball, right? You've seen him late on the fastball a lot. I know he's been getting pitched well. You're facing guys like this. They're going 98 at the top of the zone. He's not getting to that. But then that one right there was the mistake, and he's just late. He's not quite on it.
So 1-2 count.
Toro on deck, and then Anthony in right field tonight.
Here's the pitch. It's 2-2.
And runs inside. I do think the shock has worn off considerably for the Red Sox.
Maybe the players themselves, but
after last night's stunning trade and the 2-2 from Logan Gilbert. And a hard ground ball. I don't know if that's the case with fans and with media types, but I think inside that clubhouse they have come to grips with it pretty quick.
Well, it's going to take a while for that to become normal not seeing Rafael Devers in a Red Sox uniform. I think, the players have to move on quickly. The fan base does not.
2-2. We'll let that go for ball 3. Red Sox have gone from 10.5 to 6.5 back in the span of just 9 games. All that good feeling at Fenway over the weekend. 3-2, and down
There
it
you
goes
go.
Hecking.
Fucking strikeout.
7 miles an hour to strike out.
Fucking great.
Durant. And one away.
Went to the two-seamer there. It was fastball down and in.
Fucking
He was
great.
With the four-seam the entire at bat, up and away. Went to some cutters and sliders down and in. The two-seamer right there, and Jared again just a little late on it.
We'll bring up Toro at 317 with 5 home runs. Formerly with this franchise in Seattle.
Ram Toro.
First pitch, he'll pop it up.
Pops
Cross at
up.
the shortstop.
And that'll be
Center.
caught for out number 2.
2 down.
That's how Gilbert loves to get guys out, right? He's going to live and die with that fastball at the top of the zone. He trusts it. He will try to bury stuff down and in when he gets ahead, but he is going to throw that fastball at the top. You got to tell yourself, I have to almost swing above this pitch to square it up.
Roman Anthony, 1 for 16 with 3 runs batted in right field tonight. Now look out to the wall out there, far away in center field here in Seattle, and I remember very vividly Rafi Devers going yard, and that'll be in there for a strike. So this will be the spot where Roman Anthony rips his first major league home run.
Nice. And I talked to Roman earlier. Went, so how about that first big league plane flight last night? He said, well, that was a different one.
Bizarre, the 1-1. And a
It's
misfire
2-1.
there from Gilbert.
Well, not only is it a
Roman Anthony.
5+ hour trip, but just everything that went on with the trade and all that, which he'd never seen before at this point in his professional career.
2 down, bases empty. 2-1 in there for a strike. Luckily, they're not like that very often. Strange things tend to happen on flights. Not the first time we've walked out of a Red Sox charter thinking, oh my. And the 6'6" right-hander with a 2-2.
Yo.
Fly ball.
Yo.
Deep to right center.
Roman.
There she is gone.
Oh my God, Roman Anthony's first home run.
Number 1.
Oh my God, there we go.
On the scoreboard.
That's some positivity. That's something I needed to see. That's something I needed to see. Doesn't fix me, but I needed to see that.
He gets to Logan Gilbert, and
That certainly
Got a
helps.
little two-seamer right here, 96 miles an hour. It's actually a really good pitch by Gilbert, up and away, just
That-
to the corner. And Roman,
Wear that
crowds
fucking
the place.
Raffy helmet, or that
Pitch, that
fucking
pitch.
Wally helmet, boy.
See how strong
Fucking
that
Raffy
kid is.
helmet.
Wow.
My. That Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer today.
Roman Anthony gets his first home run.
So he got the first hit out of the way at Fenway, goes to the road in Seattle and crushes one for his first major league home run.
I mean, give me this. Ejected in my veins. Fastball up. We talk about having to get on top of Gilbert's stuff. He dominates the upper part of the strike zone, and Roman Anthony's so quick to the baseball.
Carlos at 286, 6 home runs. Fouls that one straight back. Meyer on deck.
Look where that pitch is, Toby. I mean, that's borderline ball up and away at 96 and pulls it to right center. I know he crowds the plate, but to be able to barrel that to right center, my goodness.
We're going to be seeing that a lot of times.
Yes, we
over
are.
the years to come. 0-2. Grounded foul.
It's a positive to look at. It's Carlos Narvaez. He's another
It's so
positive.
often with this Red Sox team lately, when they're going well, they score first, right? They're 24-9 when they score first. It matters.
1-0 in the first, and the 0-2 to Narvaez. But one of the things, I think one of the hopes with Raffy being dealt to the San Francisco Giants was it would take some of the pressure off a couple of the kids like Roman Anthony, that he's not going to be sent down to the minor leagues. He's going to stay here, if there was any question of that. 1-2, waved at and missed. He got him for strike three. But Roman Anthony, for the first time in his major league career, goes.
Well, that ends the first, or that brings us to the bottom of the first inning, but it's a 1-0 ball game thanks to the first career home run from Mr. Roman Anthony.
The average dog only lives to be 10. At the Farmer's Dog, we don't think that's long enough. That's why our food comes in personalized portions. Because a dog at a healthy weight can live a longer, happier life.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler's been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey. Easy to drink, hard not to love.
You guys unpacked your room yet?
A lot of Americans think they'll never afford a home. Instead of lowering expectations, we've lowered down payments, helping more renters become owners. 1% down payments with One Plus from Rocket Mortgage. Get started at rocket.com.
Ace's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription to...
Mariners lineup tonight. J.P. Crawford, their hottest hitter, will lead it off. Julio Rodriguez followed by Cal Raleigh with 26 home runs. He's been tearing the cover off it. Rowdy Tellez always seems to hit the Red Sox well. He'll be taking on the Sox starting pitcher, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Lucas Giolito coming off a fine effort. The Red Sox have an ERA of 1.05 during this 5-game winning streak. Roman Anthony, his first big league home run. Man, did the Red Sox need that pick-me-up. The first pitch will be downstairs, a ball on Crawford. 296 with 6 home runs. We saw this guy in Boston. He was really scuffling with the bat. Not the case anymore. He hit a grand slam on Sunday in their 6-0 win. He's hitting .439 his last 15 games. Giolito home with a 2-0.
You know, that was always the thing with J.P. Crawford, is that they knew he could pick it defensively. He could play a really good shortstop, but could he hit enough? Here lately, it's definitely picking up.
Trying to come all the way back to 3-0. And a strike. Crawford 2 for 4 lifetime against Lucas. Red Sox pitching has been superb during this streak. And that's going to be ball 4. Certainly not what he wanted to do there. Walking the leadoff man to start his night.
No, not at all. And when you look at his last start and you talk to Andrew Bailey and Alex Cora, what was the difference? He said, well, it was the fastball command. But obviously the velocity was up, which obviously makes his changeup that much better. But his command was great. He was dotting at the top of the zone and down below. Not even really close there in that at-bat.
So Julio Rodriguez is up.
So it brings up Rodriguez, 261 with 10 home runs. And waves right through that one. Seattle coming in at 36 and 34. They're in second place in the West. 4.5 games behind the Houston Astros. Surprisingly, their pitching, which was such a huge strength last year, has not been great. Their offense has been pretty good. Crack foul. Cal Raleigh on deck. Just
Cal
getting
Raleigh's
started
been
here in
insane.
Seattle, 1-0 the Red Sox. And the 0-2. Hammer to short, might be 2. Story to
Yeah,
Hamilton.
that's a double
1,
play.
a double play.
There you go.
That was room service for the Red Sox. Just like that, 2 gone.
Yeah, and look, we talk about the offense. Obviously, the starting pitching has been a big deal with the success of the Red Sox over the last week or so, but it's also making the routine plays like that. Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense. Speaking of them, brought to you by Bigelow Tea. Marcelo Meyer will be at third base with Trevor Story at short. David Hamilton gets to start at second with Abraham Toro at first. In the outfield, left to right, you got Duran, Rafaela, Roman Anthony, and Narvaez behind the dish.
So now Cal Raleigh having a huge year, 263, 26 home runs. And is the leading vote getter in the early All-Star voting for catchers by a wide margin. In there for a strike, 96.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. I mean, the changeup is going to play so much better down below the zone. If these guys have to cheat to velocity, 95, 96 is where he's got to be.
Lucas said, we found something to get life back on the heater before that last start.
Let's actually take a look at Giolito's pitching arsenal. That's presented by Audi. The four-seamer there. This is from his last start against the Rays. That fastball usage way up. I love to see that. The changeup, the slider, occasional curveball. But the average velo on the fastball is up a full mile an hour.
Is 1-2. High fly into center field. Rafaela, plenty of space back there. Zayden makes the catch.
And that's out number 3.
Giolito faces only 3.
So that'll end the first inning. It's a 1-0 ball game as we head to the second inning here in Seattle, Washington. OKC's up by 14.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Everything. Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back. Yes, chef! This is so nice. 3% cash back on chicken. Yes, chef! 3% cash back on risotto. Yes, chef! Where's my kid? Here, chef! Had a feeling you want to earn 3% cash back on dessert. What's in your mind?
I remember those biochem notes. It was 15 semesters ago to this very night. How old are you? Dozens of pages of incoherent ramblings. I'd hoped to finish by 2 a.m., but I was just...
Thanks. It's a Mac. Can just create key points.
Look at the big brain on Kevin.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kind of everything.
Red Sox ahead here in Seattle, 1-0 as we go to the top half of the second inning. Will Middlebrooks, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster. And Marcelo Meyer in the box at 224 with 3 home runs. Will foul it away at the plate. He'll be followed by Trevor Story and then David Hamilton. Stats with Lowe's, the Mariners starters this season, their Major League Baseball ranks. Last year, they were the top staff in baseball.
Yeah, you know, not having this guy for a while definitely hurts those numbers.
Wave right through that one. Last season, Gilbert 9-12, but with a 3.23 ERA, 220 strikeouts. He only walked 37. He started on opening day for the Mariners, the 0-2.
How many games did did he lose or not get the win for last year just because the offense couldn't produce any runs? Right. They've actually scored a lot more this year. They're 12th in runs per game, so they're doing better offensively. But then the pitching took a step back.
As you mentioned, he got hurt for a big chunk. Yanked to first, a friendly hop there for Tellez, and that'll be out number one. And we'll bring up Trevor Story. Last time that Gilbert took on the Red Sox was July 29th of last year, and the Sox beat him up for 7 earned in 2 2/3.
Now, I feel like a lot of Gilbert's outings go with his fastball. If he has his good fastball, he's locating at the top of the zone and getting swing and miss, he's good. But if he's down in the zone, like we've seen a little bit so far, he gets hit.
The Story has been swinging a terrific bat. Little 3-game hitting streak in June, batting .314 and .862 OPS. Especially now, absolutely has to keep that rolling. Hamilton next.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Opie, is where does the production come from? Because you have to replace Rafi Devers. And you can't. I don't think you could do that with one person. It's going to have to be 2 to 3 guys starting to heat up.
Even Jaron Duran kind of intimated that, didn't he? When he said, when asked about the Devers trade, he said, "Well, he's one of 26 guys."
Yeah, there were some quotes that were a little telling today. You know, some of the veteran guys saying we don't need an explanation from the front office. I thought that was interesting.
It was. And you're talking about guys like Garrett Crochet, Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
Saying we don't really require an explanation. I know a lot of fans would feel very differently about that. That was going to be filed back by Trevor Story. So fascinating to see where this is going to go. And to your point, where the Red Sox are going to pick up those runs that Rafi has been driving in at one of the highest rates in baseball. Number 3 RBI man in Major League Baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Cut on a miss. He struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Logan Gilbert and 2 away.
Kind of a backup slider right here to Trevor. So he kind of start arm side instead of breaking over the plate. You know, that registered as a slider, but that almost looked like a split out of the hand. That was interesting. I think that just registered wrong because that looked like a split to me. They kind of ran down and in on Trevor.
Hamilton will take one up top, and David at 188 with 2 home runs.
Let's take a look at Logan Gilbert's pitching arsenal. That's presented by WB Mason. 4-seamer, slider, and there's that split that I think we just saw to Trevor Story right there, but his 4-seam's his moneymaker.
2 down, nobody aboard. Swinging a high fly ball.
That's going to be flied out
along the line.
into right field
over to foul ground.
and caught for out number
and the second
3.
baseman will make that play. Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the second.
Protect your home from unwanted invaders. Call Town & Country Pest Solutions.
He sees it. All of it. And some might feel the pressure, but Soto doesn't crack.
Soto's first City Field home.
know, it's something about the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cardinal way. It's a great fan base, a great organization.
Have yourself a day, young man.
A lot of young guys that have a chance to do something great.
And it's a gunner.
A special year for the Cardinals.
It's a three-homer game. Way into Big Mac land.
Cardinals are a sneaky team.
That was a curtain call for Arenado.
Well, the Stars that get.
Bottom two, 1-0. Red Sox in the lead. Polanco will lead things off. And then Arozarena and Tellez against Giolito. Lucas walking the leadoff man to start his night, but then got a double play ball, 6-4-3, and retired the very dangerous Cal Raleigh on a deep fly.
No, Raffy's right here. Raffy's right here. Jaden's right.
262, but he's been skidding.
Feel bad for you, Sam. I wish your B-Day didn't get booted from, or your boy didn't get booted from the team.
And the 2-0.
Yeah, it's a fucking shame.
Off the end of the bat foul.
Got booted from the team on my birthday.
Giolito trying to give the rotation 6 or more innings in 7 consecutive outings. He has bounced back from his worst start of 2025. That one against the Angels, in which he allowed 7 earned in an inning and 2/3. And came back to win his last one 3-1 to line.
Even worse, yeah.
In 6 innings.
That was interesting too. Looking at the arm
Yep, they did.
Giolito raising
They
it
said,
2 degrees.
"Hey, thanks for all the
Seemed to
financial
hit his
support.
fastball, man.
All the, your sibling just bought you a Jaron Duran jersey, directly supported the organization. You know, you directly supported the organization a few weeks ago by coming to Fenway for 2 games. You know, buying food. You know, buying all these merchandise. You know, but you know what? Fuck you." That's what they said.
Back at it tomorrow night at 9:40 as well. Walker Buehler has the ball against the right-hander Brian Wu.
Maybe that's what I get for smoking in the Fenway
Garrett
Park
Crochet
bathroom.
going Wednesday
That might
afternoon
be.
against Luis Castillo.
That might be part of it. That might be just directly.
And then the Red Sox head for San Francisco. They'll have a day off there.
Because we thought you were talking about
Against the
Raffy
strike
Devers,
amount.
but you
A
were actually
good
talking about
changeup of
Raffy the
his.
dinosaur.
He gets his first K. Look at the Old Spice fresh stats. Red Sox starters last 5. Look at this, 4-0, 1-0-5. Looks like they put the Yankees in a deep freeze because the Angels in the 11th inning now lead the Yankees 1-0.
It's interesting, just the stark difference, right, from the previous time through the rotation where you're going, 6-7 times. Guys are getting
Strike to Randy Arozarena.
more, or way less. An inning and a third, and then they come back around, and all of them are
There we
just
go.
nails after that.
Arozarena checking in at 231.
It's a
With
ball.
8 home runs.
Yep.
Good career numbers against Lucas. He's 4 for 9.
He's always a threat, especially if you leave off speed over the plate.
Socks that one in the center field, but
Yeah, that'll be caught by Sedon for out number 2.
And 2 down.
That's the off speed I was saying. Don't leave over the
Now
plate.
who is Boston's best
Spinning
player?
Slider. You're lucky you had a Sedon out there. He hit that
It's a
one
good question.
on the screws right at him.
I'd say probably Duran.
You look at it here,
Overall,
the slider
but
just
Duran's
stays
not had a great
over the
year.
middle, right, has one and down and away, hangs out arm side.
He's
Luckily,
not had a
hit it
great
right
year
at
so
Rafael.
far, so.
2 up, 2 down. Tellez, 210, 11 home runs.
I mean, Duran was 7th on MVP voting last year.
Over the years, he's been a menace against the Red Sox.
Boy, has he. My goodness.
Hit 14 career home runs against Boston. And is batting .307 against the Red Sox. So for whatever reason, for this guy, it's almost like it's personal.
I mean, probably Garrett Crochet.
1-1.
You look up and you see, okay, he's hitting 210, but you still, with those numbers, for whatever reason, it's mental for some players. You just want to make sure there's no one on base when he comes to the plate.
He is 4 for 7 against Giolito as well. The 2-1 on the way. And in there right at the bottom of the zone at 95.
You know, that's a tough one too. We talk about Giolito's fastball
Maybe
up in the
Bregman.
zone, setting up the changeup, but I think if he's able
He's
to
injured right now.
actually spot his four-seamer down, you get a lot of takes on it because a lot of these players try to get it, look for the fastball up, and then when they see a ball out of his hand down in the zone, they automatically
Probably
think
Bregman.
changeup, and then that one just sits there like a dart at the bottom of the zone.
It wasn't supposed to be like
2-2.
this.
He struck him out. Good stuff tonight. Strikes out 2 in the inning and gets him in order.
Nice first 2 innings there for Giolito.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better. Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo. It's wipeout stuff. He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth. The Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win. Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Off my zone, Julio.
That's our goal. I just want to have everything ready.
The guy's dangerous. Julio.
Skull shiver, a time saver, 90 seconds and you're done. Easy grip, easy glide. Skull shiver, a time saver, 90 seconds and you're done.
You know, plants aren't so different from us, are they, Ryan?
Plants need food like people need food.
And that's right, and they do tell us what they need, like this really good organic plant food from Miracle.
That's just all the Devers trade show up. Your heart
Soil,
sank.
sunlight, and water.
Ryan, the philosopher. And you know what this
Yeah.
one's telling me? She needs a spicy martharita and a lounge chair by the pool. These peppers look hangry, Ryan. Feed them, don't just stand there.
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. Your travel itineraries are so well written, they're on the bestseller list. And you have access to lounges that don't officially exist. That's why you rent with National, where you can skip the counter and choose any vehicle on the Emerald Island.
Honestly.
Because travel isn't a competition. Except that it is.
I also wasn't really doing any of those things. I kind of punched my wall a few times, but I didn't even punch it that hard.
Think of his landfills into engineering marvels, while helping to protect the natural environment.
But my fist
Learn more
was just
about our
like
modern landfills at
shaking.
WM.com/stories.
Sid Rafaela to start the inning as we go to the top of the third with Littlebrook's Dave O'Brien alongside with Jemai. That one socked down the left field line. He's hooking it foul.
Sedon says I went
Sedon
foul.
jumping on that pitch.
Still always interesting to me. These pitchers watch video. They see the scouting reports, and they still throw Sedon pitches in the zone early in counts. You know he's swinging.
Oh, I was very irritated.
He sure is. The 0-1 pitch.
Honestly, it was during that press conference that I was really holding myself back from just fucking punching my computer or just doing something that I would regret.
And hitting ninth. 2-strike delivery and a swing and a miss. He put him away with that slider.
So that's strike
Stayed
three.
on Hacken, one away.
Not the most encouraging at bat from Sedon. He's been going so much better, right? And he's been seeing a few more pitches, not missing the ones in the zone like the one he got first pitch. And he gets in these.
I almost
runs
cried
where
a
he's
few
just auto
times.
Swing after auto swing. He's got to tone it back.
Almost
a little
cried
bit.
at work today.
Campbell 225. He's hit 6 home runs. Duran on deck. Talk about the guys that need to fill the gap if they can, left behind by Rafi Devers. Jarren Duran on deck has to be one of those guys. This was a time last year where he really started to swing the bat. I mean, it felt like 2 doubles a night and a triple every series for Jarren Duran, and a lot more power than he has shown so far this year. So I think a lot of that falls on his shoulders. To set the table, the 0-2 pitch. He bounced it up there.
You know, I'm looking at Campbell in the box right now, and it looks like, you know, I don't know if they tinkered with it or not, but he almost looks like he's off the plate just a touch, which I think will help him a lot because he does not handle the pitch into him very well, and he's still swinging at it. He's got to give himself a little bit more space in there because pitchers are attacking him nonstop in.
Breaking ball didn't break much. 2-2.
We've seen him several times in 3-1, 2-0 counts, hitters counts. It's a good overview here. That front foot isn't quite as close to that line by the plate. But you see him get jammed on pitches in a lot.
That one is going to be in there, and he struck him out. He froze him. Back-to-back strikeouts by Gilbert. Top of the order, Duran next.
Pitch before got way in on him, way off the plate. This is a slider. It starts up, right? Out of the hand, you're thinking, okay, there's that four-seamer. He's trying to get me to chase above the zone, and that one snaps back into the top of the strike zone.
Red Sox have struck out 5 times. Durant struck out to begin the game. He is 0 for 1. And he'll look at a ball. So trying to snap an 0 for 11. Came into this one, his last 10 games, hitting 194.
Here's Duran again. There's a base hit.
Fair ball. He jumped all over that one.
There you go, boy. That'll go in for a double.
Canzone has to give chase.
Oh, he's going for 3. Duran going for the triple. There you go. Nipples for triples. Nipples for triples. There we go.
Well, he came in today tied for the AL lead in triples with 7. Well, let's make that 8 and give him the lead. The slider just hanging over middle in, and he smokes this thing over Rowdy Tellez at first, down into that corner. Rattles around. Canzone can't get the ball in quickly. Easy triple for Darren.
Number 8. Red Sox trying to double their lead. Toro 0 for 1 with a pop to short. Played 169 games for Seattle, 2021 and 22. But he returns a different kind of hitter at 314. Trying to pick up an RBI here with 2 out. Red Sox in front 1-0 on a Roman Anthony home run. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How good has this guy been? I mean, he's given this opportunity. Right, at first it was Costas, but then it was really the injury to Romy, because Romy was going to be getting a lot of everyday at-bats. Then he had that bruise to his quad. Toro just took complete advantage of that.
1-1 lets that go for a ball.
Basically 20 of 25, almost 340 during that stretch.
Got an OPS around 950. Duran at third. Ground ball and a diving play by Young. Bobbled it a bit.
Oh, there you go. That's going to score a run. Duran's in to score.
2-0 Boston.
Defensive miscue there.
And when you put the ball in play, magical things can happen.
That's it, right? Just fight and scratch and claw on these at-bats and find a way to hit the ball hard, put it in play. This ball I thought was getting through. Cole Young made a really nice play. You'll get a good view here. Lays out, but then as he's getting up, cannot get it out of his glove clean. And Toro, who does not have blazing speed, able to beat that out for the RBI.
Lost the grip on it, didn't get him. It's a base hit and an RBI, and brings up Roman Anthony. First major league home run in the first inning, if you missed it. Red Sox have added on another on the 2-out triple by Duran and the RBI single by Toro, who has his lead at first, 2 away.
Here's Roman Anthony at his first home run, first career home run.
After the 497
in the first inning today.
Felt like he broke his bat to just hit a wall scraper there, right?
Almost a cheapie for him. In attack mode, 1 and 2.
You know, the thing with him is the hard contact has been there consistently. It's him getting the ball in the air. It's a ton of hard ground balls, and they're trying to find a way to get him to turn a little tighter behind the baseball, catch it out front, get that ball up in the air where he can do some more damage.
21 years old, batting out of the 3 spot tonight. And tried to hold up. He went through for strike 3. Side retired. Red Sox get another one, 2-0 Boston.
AmeriQ Credit Union's new checking account rate is worth celebrating. Open a new
We head to the bottom of the third, but the Red Sox score one more run there off the Toro RBI infield single.
Your qualifying transactions will take you further, so you can celebrate with every new recipe, every swipe at the register, and with everyone you know. 7% APY? Now that's a checking rate worth celebrating. Get started at ameriq.org/high rate.
Hi, Scott here. Let's go hear from more citizens of the law. That's a great law. Hello. Out of here.
He only listens to your tips.
Because it's my baby. You gotta feed your lawn. Feed it.
Feed it. Feed it. The consistency is everything.
Scott's Weed and Feed. The product is incredible. Look how thick my lawn is.
And a thick lawn is the enemy of weeds.
Our life is complicated. Our lawn, simple.
Kill existing weeds and thicken your lawn all spring with Dirt Builder Weed and Feed.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler's been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey. Easy to drink, hard not to love.
The history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Back here in Seattle, bottom of the third, Red Sox on top 2-0, and Red Sox manager Alex Cora just addressing the Rafael Devers trade earlier today. Been with him since 2018. Prior to that, he had a plan against him when he was the bench coach for the Houston Astros. Cora said this afternoon, not going to hide it. Rafi Devers meant so much to the group, the organization, the city of Boston, but he said the job today is to show up today, play the Mariners. Cora said he did address the team. His message was pretty simple. He said, you got to keep going. That's the bottom line. Message seems to be received because, as we mentioned earlier, guys, everybody in the clubhouse seems to say it's going to take 26 guys to get this done. They appear to be grasping hold to that. Cora was asked, how will you replace Rafi's production? He said, listen, Rafi Devers is Rafi Devers. He's a special hitter. We all know that, but it gives guys another opportunity to step up, and that's what they're looking for, Dave.
Well, Roman Anthony did that tonight in the first inning. Red Sox had 2-0. In the early going, Canzone with a swing and a miss, the young right fielder at 227. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. Hey, there's no getting around it. It hurts, of course. Especially as well as the Red Sox have been playing. To subtract your best hitter, an elite talent, one of the top RBI men in the game, hit over 200 home runs for the Red Sox. You don't replace that.
You don't.
Not immediately.
No, bats like that don't grow on trees, right?
They don't. That's the reason why you don't trade them.
2-2.
It's because you're angry.
To left field, charging on Durant. He won't get there. He'll dunk down for a base hit. And the Mariners have their first knock tonight against Giolito. And we'll send up Ben Williamson, the third baseman, 256 hitter with 1 home run. Bottom of the order, a chance for Giolito to get some outs, though, here in Seattle. Lucas did get a double play turn in the first. Rafi, part of a World Series champion in 2018. But he was still a baby. Only 20 years old when he hit his first big league home run right here in Seattle.
Just, I know Roman's 21, just turned 21. He was 20. I can't imagine playing at this level at that age.
Giolito's 1-1 and rattled foul.
I was 23 and I still felt green. You know, not quite like a fish out of water, but it's like you just introduced to this whole new world. Is the best competition in the world.
on, nobody out. Runner holding. And a ground ball through for a base hit. Williamson pulls a single
base
left.
hit.
Canzone up to second.
Now 2 runners on.
The first 2 had base hits in the third against Lucas Giolito. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. We talked about Rafi back in 2017 right here in Seattle. And when he crushed that ball, it was like, okay, that's a different kind of power to go that way.
Yeah, especially here where the ball is a tough place to hit for power, especially back there in that left, just left to center field for lefties. You have to crush it.
Cole Young 209 without a home run. With J.P. Crawford on deck. 2 men aboard, nobody out. And he'll look at a strike.
This is a spot where Red Sox pitching has had issues. That bottom third, the 7, 8, 9, especially the 8, 9 spots in the order. Taking care of those guys.
Young made his major league debut just a couple of weeks ago. He'll swing through that one. Played 26 games at AAA Tacoma in May and hit .366 with 5 home runs.
That'll get you called up.
Giolito looking for the punch out and a base hit the other way instead. Canzone hitting third. He'll stop there as Duran hustles it in. And that's 3 consecutive singles in the last half of the third inning. So trouble for Lucas Giolito.
He's kind of in the middle of the zone a little too much. He's also, that was the fastball there. Actually not a bad pitch. You see where that one is located up and away. With a changeup up there, the pitch before, and he goes up to it there with the 4-seamer. Young was just waiting on that one.
So it'll bring up J.P. Crawford to drew a walk in the first, and just yesterday he hit a grand slam in their victory, a 6-0 win.
All right, so the bases are loaded here. J.P. Crawford's up, has 6 home runs on the year.
He'll lay off ball 1.
There's the ball.
Last few weeks he has absolutely been their hottest hitter.
You know, I've been pretty impressed with Carlos Narvaez this year. Just his feel for when to go out and talk to these guys. All right, obviously this is a situation where 3 hits in a row to 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. That last one, he's probably telling him, hey, that wasn't a bad pitch. You made a pitch. He just, you know, sometimes you got to tip your cap. That was a ball up and away. He went up there and got it, but let's take a deep breath and lock back into this. Try to limit the damage.
So it's Canzone at third, Williamson at second, Young at first. Seattle a big time threat and a strike.
Yeah, look, you'll trade a run for 2 outs right here. Play that north and south game, fastball up just like that, and then you can get below the zone, try to generate a ground ball.
This guy's been very, very good with the bases loaded. He went for the downs on that cut, 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's the moneymaker for Giolito, right? That 4-seamer, he's got such good extension, top baseball when it comes to extension and getting close to the plate when he lets go on it. And that fastball can feel like it really gets on top of you as a hitter.
Go back to that here.
I mean, why not? It's you have to make sure you get it up above the zone, though.
2 grounded foul.
Yeah, see, if I'm Crawford, I'm thinking, okay, 2 fastballs up, he's probably going to throw me the changeup. And that's where I was saying combat that with the fastball up above the zone. He did not want that changeup in the zone. He got away with it.
One, 2. Got him.
That's strike 3.
Well, you nailed it on that 4-seamer, and he struck him out. That's a huge out for Giolito.
So that's the thing. When you get guys fresh on his mind, grand slam yesterday, you saw the swings early in the count on fastballs up in the zone. He's trying to launch again. Take advantage of that aggressive swing and get above that barrel. That was perfectly executed.
So now Rodriguez, who hit into the double play in the first inning. Giolito trying to make that 2 for 2. And drills it in there, strike 1. 3 consecutive singles and then a strikeout. Red Sox up 2-0. Oh, 1 pitch. by him. Well, he's got a little something extra even tonight over above what he did last time out on the fastball.
Yeah, it's up almost a mile per hour and a half off of his year average. You got to read that swing right there. Julio Rodriguez was very late on that fastball. You go upstairs, see if he'll chase upstairs again. Don't do him a favor by spinning him something in the zone.
One down, bases are jammed, and the 0-2.
0-2, it's a ball.
The Angels did beat the Yankees 1-0 in 11. So the Red Sox with an opportunity to get a little bit closer. Long way to go yet, but right now 6.5.
I did see that.
2 and poke foul.
See the target Narvaez gave him. He wanted that more middle center cut, but up above the zone. Pulled that one across his body a little bit.
He's another Mariner with very good numbers with the bases loaded. As they are right here with one down. Bounced it. 2-2.
And Giolito, look, you're seeing him bury that breaking ball because he knows I cannot make a mistake with the spin in the zone against this guy. That's why he'll hurt you. You want him to chase down in the zone, trying to catch up to the heater, but you can't leave him one over the plate.
Cal Raleigh on deck. 2-2 to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That's strike 3. There you go.
2 down.
That's a
Ohtani made his pitching return today.
The fastball's up early. He buries the breaking ball in the mind of the hitter after those breaking balls. You took them perfectly. You're thinking, here comes the fastball again. It looks just like it out of the hand, and look at that thing disappear down and in. That was a great pitch.
So now one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball, the Seattle catcher Cal Raleigh, 26 home runs. First time up, he flied out to
Cal
center.
Raleigh. Yeah, he's fucking
2
insane
down,
this year.
bases loaded. Fouled away, strike 1.
Fouled off.
Red Sox with a run in the first on Roman Anthony's first major league home run. Then got another one in the third. Giolito pitching himself into difficulty here in the third inning, but he has just struck out 2 in a row. And that's going to be pumped in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
And Cal Raleigh scares me on the fastballs up. We've seen him a few times this year hit balls 6, 7, 8 inches above the zone. Fastballs he's able to get to. So far, so good. Pitching to the edges against Cal Raleigh.
Well, there isn't a park he can't hit it out in. He has proven that throughout his career, and particularly this year. Giolito has him in the hole, 0-2. And here it comes. Swing and a miss.
There you go.
And he gets out of there.
That's great.
Leaves him loaded
Lucas
with
Giolito.
consecutive strikeouts.
Bases were loaded with 0 outs, and he struck 3 guys out in a row.
Come see the Royal Caribbean.
Is your outdoor space in a slump? Bring out the heavy hitters and take the field with a winning lineup of Steel outdoor power tools. Shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer.
Welcome to the show, where everyone and everything is connected. Those obsessed with the game can take the complex and make it simple. That's why Major League Baseball chose Extreme Networks to advance their game.
This right here, the legendary light beer, the originator, the inventor,
If this can could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Legendary stories. Start with a light. Here's the 50 years of Military.
We take a look at the Blue Moon bright spot. Carlos Narvaez, this is going back to May 1. Hitting .333 with 15 runs batted in. OPS near .950. They will lead it off here in the fourth inning. Red Sox leading in Seattle 2-0 over the Mariners. Lucas Giolito did a big-time Houdini there. 3 consecutive singles. He was in deep trouble. Then he strikes out Crawford, Rodriguez, and Raleigh. Their 3 best hitters. And gets out of the jam unscathed. Red Sox pitching continues to be pushing his club.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even flinch, right? 3 singles in a row and just locked it in. And it was the top of the lineup, too, which is more impressive.
1-1 from Logan Gilbert. Narvaez with a K in the first inning. Red Sox have struck out 6 times so far, but they have the 2-0 advantage. And a 1-2 for the Sox catcher. Meyer on deck and then Story.
Yeah, this is a part of the evening here in Seattle where it's really hard to see the ball. The batter's eye is bright and everything else is dark.
They'll fly that one to left field, not deep, coming on to Rosarena.
They caught for out number 1.
Time now for a strong play to game presented by New England.
Yeah, pitch a no-hitter in the College World Series.
First J.P. Crawford, some really
first
good
time since
fastballs up in the
1960.
zone.
Damn.
Julio Rodriguez changeup down and in, then 0-2 breaking ball about 57 feet. Cal Raleigh couldn't hold back on that. To your point, a Houdini act.
Big time. Marcelo 0 for 1. He's grounded at first. Each side with 3 hits. The home run by Roman Anthony, 21 years, 34 days, makes him the youngest Red Sox player to home run a game since, you guessed it, Rafi Devers in 2017. He was 20. High fly, but that'll twist foul out of play by Marcelo.
And of all places, too, right? The exact stadium.
Some symmetry there. That's where the Red Sox go next to San Francisco for a big series this weekend. Giants have a good ball club. They did even before Rafi. Swung out and missed for strike 3. Red Sox with their 7th punch out.
Thing too with Roman, it's off to a little bit of a slow start. He had a big hit. He had a walk. I get it, but it's so hard when you first get to the show and you have so many people there and everything's a whirlwind. You don't know where to be, when to be there, what to wear, what not to wear. You're trying to figure everything out. Then this first road trip, everything starts to slow down a little bit for him.
Trevor Story 0 for 1 with a K. But you don't talk to one person, not one, in baseball who has seen Roman Anthony, who doesn't think he's going to be a big star.
Yeah, he's special. He looks different.
Everybody says it.
And look, I realize like prospect status and prospect rankings aren't the end all be all. They don't necessarily mean a whole lot. It does when it comes to making trades and ranking these players. But does it translate to the big leagues? And it's just the way he moves, it just seems different. Just so calm, too. The maturity of him at 21 is really impressive.
Yeah, he looks like a 30-year-old. The way he handles himself, carries himself.
That was the 3rd no-hitter ever.
He's impressive. 2-1.
College World Series or college baseball? Probably not college baseball. College World Series.
Game 2 tomorrow night right here on Nesson. Walker Buehler taking on Brian Wu. So a couple of right-handers. Red Sox will only face right-handers in this series. So the kids are going to play. Crochet will go on Wednesday afternoon. Two down, bases empty, and a 2-2. Story flicks that one foul on a breaking pitch.
Yeah, I had a feeling Gilbert would go to something slower there. That was a slow split, kind of floated in there. I thought maybe he might even go to the slow curveball because Trevor was so far out in front of that slider that he pulled foul.
The 6'6" right-hander with a 2-2. He's running full. Hamilton on deck. Should he get that far? And a spectacular night here in Seattle. Gilbert's payoff pitch.
My goodness. He got one to hit right there, didn't he? 95 down Broadway. Story was all over it, just a little under.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming to Trevor. Story 9 home runs. Here's the 3-2. And he's going to walk him. That clanged off the catcher. It's the first man he's walked tonight. Story with 11 stolen bases is on.
Yeah, that's a really, really good at-bat by Story right there as well. On July 2nd, be the first of 7,500 fans and receive a 1975 replica jersey presented by Benjamin Moore. Get tickets at redsox.com/tickets.
Jaron Duran with a triple and a run. Driven in by Abraham Toro on a base hit in the third inning. And Hamilton trying to keep the fourth inning alive. He's 0 for 1 with a pop to second. The highly touted youngsters in the lineup tonight. Roman Anthony hitting third. Marcelo Meyer hitting fifth. And Christian Campbell in the 9 spot as the DH. So Cora's lineup getting even younger. Story getting his lead, not running, and it's in tight for a ball. Red Sox coming off a glorious weekend on the field against the Yankees. And sweeping that series to take 5 out of 6 from New York. Back in Trevor Story.
Trevor had a little different look over there as they extended his lead just a touch. You can look at base stealers sometimes and tell when they're going, right? They kind of have that little flinch thing going where they're trying to time them up.
He's got a good lead now. 2 down, not running. Chopper foul. Sox have won 5 in a row to tie their season high for a winning streak. Last time they won 6 was August of 23. So it has been a while. Won 8 of their last 10. Story not going again, and a breaking ball down on the dirt, stopped by Raleigh. And that's a full count.
It's a full count here to David Hamilton.
On a little
2
gapper
outs,
right here.
runner on first.
Watch T Story run.
Story will be in motion here.
Next. 3-2 runner goes. And struck him out.
Strike 3.
Red Sox with their 8th strikeout through 4 innings.
Gatorade has the #1.
So that'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th.
Designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel.
In a 2-0 ball
so
game.
you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
I love sports.
But is Sport Clips better than sports? Because Sport Clips is sports, plus a hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's a game changer.
remember those biochem notes. It was 15 semesters ago to this very night.
How old are you?
Dozens of pages of incoherent ramblings. I'd hoped to finish by 2 a.m., but I was just...
Thanks. It's a Mac. Can just create key points.
Look at the big brain on Kevin.
MLB All-Star Week is lighting up Atlanta with baseball's biggest events, like the HBCU Swingman Classic presented by T-Mobile, the All-Star Futures Game, Celebrity Softball, Capital One All-Star Village and Play Ball Park, the MLB Draft, T-Mobile Home Run Derby, the All-Star Red Carpet Show, and the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard. This is MLB All-Star Week. Learn more at allstargame.com.
With new Mixing Bowl Mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
trade proposal.
Deal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and Blizzard treats.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Giolito back to work against Jorge Polanco. Red Sox ahead 2-0 in Seattle. Polanco whiffed his first time up. Giolito working through a third inning like a man on a high wire. Gave up 3 consecutive hits and then struck out the next 3 guys. Four, 5, and 6-2 up here for the Mariners in the fourth in the 2-0. Gonna pop him up. Hamilton and Story over there, and Hamilton would like to take it for out number 1. Shohei Ohtani is back on the mound. Made his first start nearly 22 months after his last one, after the elbow surgery. And guess what he did? He hit 100 miles an hour.
Shocking, right?
What a stunner.
So good for baseball, man. Have him back two-way.
Rosarena with a swing and miss. There are a lot of injuries. They're pitching injuries for the Dodgers, so they really need him back.
Yeah, I think that's why we see him back about a month early. They have 14 pitchers on the IL, 8 of them starters.
0-1. Rosarena with a line drive out to center. First time up, hit the ball hard. He is 4 for 10 lifetime against Lucas.
Something else too is, look, you're limited to only 13 pitchers on your roster, but with Ohtani, you can have 14. So it's an advantage for those guys who need innings. They need help, even if he's only giving you a couple or an inning or whatever it is as an opener. Obviously, that pitch count will continue to go up as it works.
It's also cheating.
Sure.
Because it's Shohei. 1-2. Fouled at home plate. He, for my money, remains the most remarkable player I've seen in many, many years.
Oh, he's a player we will talk about until the end of time when it comes to best baseball players that never walked this earth. It's pretty special we get to live while he's doing it.
This day and age, my goodness, 1-2. Bit high at 94. Rowdy Tellez on deck. Red Sox leading at 2-0. First night of this crucial trip, longest of the season. 2-2, and struck him out. Good slider to fan Rosarena. 2 down.
Yeah, perfect spot for that one. Get a good look at it here. A tight spin. I'm saying you can see a dot on the baseball. A lot of good sliders are like that. It makes a dot, a little circular rotation, just a straight downer right below the zone. That's right where he wanted it.
Might be the best pitch he's thrown tonight. Here's Tellez, who fanned in the second. He'll pop this one up. Back behind home plate. Narvaez looking for room and has some. He's got it. And Giolito cruises through the fourth inning. Gets a 1-2-3.
So that'll end the fourth inning. We head to the fifth inning here in a 2-0 ball game. Red Sox have the lead.
Successes you've already achieved. Earn up to 90 undergraduate credits for relevant experience. And get the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. What will your next success be?
Save like repair, save like replace.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later, only at SafeLight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware goods.
This your bag, sir?
Don't give it away.
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
So next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
And a pump top? Will make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
But you took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Their night in Seattle, inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox leading against the Mariners as we go to the 5th inning, 2-0. Cedon going after that first pitch. He struck out in the 3rd inning in his first at bat. Then it's Campbell and then Duran. Jaron has tripled and scored. Roman Anthony with his first major league home run solo shot in the first. Looked like he committed. He did. 0-2.
Cedon's seen 5 pitches and he swung 5 times so far. And Gilbert's catching on that, hey, I don't have to throw anything in the strike zone right now.
And yet, Cedon's hitting .338 his last 17 games. 0-2. Exactly right. Well off the plate. Try to get him to chase it.
I'll tell you what, Obi, there's not many better parks that have roofs, and when they're open, this is a cool place. This is one of my favorites.
Absolutely stunning here. One of the best parks in the big leagues. 1-2. Fouled away. Particularly on nights like tonight. I'm convinced that Seattle residents simply lie about how much it rains here.
Every time we're here, it's perfect.
They try to keep those from Southern California to racing up here, right? They're buying up all the property. So they tell this fib like it always rains in Seattle. 1-2 fouled back. And I know we have people working on our crew who are longtime residents or were born here in Seattle who are like, wait a minute, you haven't been here in November or December or January. But whenever we're here, it's just terrific.
It's so good.
1-2. It's worked into a 2-2 count with Christian Campbell on deck. Logan Gilbert making his return from the IL. He'd been out since April 25 with forearm tightness. He's throwing the ball very effectively. They get a fly ball here, well struck, but it'll hang. Rodriguez backing up to make the play. Cedon is over 2. Gilbert gets the first man in the 5th.
Cedon worked that count enough. Finally got to the point where he was able to take some pitches out of the zone. Bought himself a fastball right there. Just missed one.
So 76 pitches for Gilbert. They were talking about him going 80 or less tonight. And Bizzardo getting going in their bullpen.
Yeah, so Bizzardo going up in the bullpen.
Christian Campbell 0 for 1. Batting stats presented by FW Webb, where the pros go.
And the book remains the same on Campbell, right? Sliders down and away, fastballs in on the hands.
He's quickly in the hole 0-2. He struck out first time up.
That's the thing about this league. They find a deficiency, which it is fastballs in. They just stay on it. They pound it. until you figure it out, right? And they know you're trying to cheat to get to that pitch. Gilbert throws those sliders down and away for swing and miss.
And the 0-2 coming. Well, including tonight, 89 games remain to be played. Red Sox are a half game behind the Seattle Mariners to get into that third wild card spot. 1-2. And that's in there for strike three.
That's a strike.
Breaking
with a lot of strike, but
and the Red Sox fan for the 9th time tonight.
And that's tough, right? Because he swung at 2 of these, his exact pitch, where he finally lays off one. It's not close, and he rings him up on it. And DJ Rayburn's been pretty good back there all night. That was the first one I've seen so far that he missed, but it wasn't even close.
2 down. Jarren Duran has struck out, tripled, and scored. Cracks that one foul. So he now has the American League lead with 8 triples. And that, in fact, is tied for the Major League.
Duran. Triple in the third
inning. Aboard
scored a run.
2-0 Boston.
Strike 2.
Abraham Toro would hit next if given the opportunity. 2 away. And a tall, lanky right-hander with an 0-2 pitch. Red Sox coming into Seattle playing their best baseball of the season easily. They've won 3 consecutive series for the first time since last summer. 1-2. And a swing and a miss struck him out. Side retired. Sox have fanned 10 times, but they have a 2-0 lead.
Check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric.
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to San Diego.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added.
Underway in the bottom half of the 5th inning. First pitch down low, ball 1 to Ken Zone from Lucas Giolito. Really flew through the last inning. After in the 3rd inning allowing 3 consecutive hits and then striking out 3 straight Mariners. Canzone 1 for 1 with a base hit. He started that, attempted a rally
2-0 count
in the third with a leadoff single. Giolito has struck out 6. Popped up. Story with a play. And Trevor on the outfield grass.
And that's
that
number
away.
1.
Well, we've been raving about the ballpark, and it is wonderful, except with the sun in that position,
I almost put out the sunglasses.
you can't see anything.
I got about one eye on you right now. it's pretty bright.
A little challenging for a couple minutes. It's beautiful, but challenging.
It's like our batter's eye, right?
No kidding.
I don't have to hit, thank God.
1 down for Williamson. He singled his first trip.
Here's Williamson.
Pitching's dominated here. Each side only
Strike.
3 hits.
A ball.
Gilbert had 21 swing and misses. Goodness. Coming off the IL, his stuff is where it needs to be.
I know the Red Sox have the lead, but it's a break that he's being held to like 80 pitches.
2 balls.
Yeah, totally. And Giolito getting a good amount of swing and miss for him as well. 13 so far. It's always a good sign. It always is the case with him too. When the fastball velocity's up, he starts getting way more swing and miss on the off speed.
2-0. Ran in big time and got a swing and a miss. The appeal to Sean Barber, and he said yes. 2-1.
Williamson was just geared up for fastball here. He got it and just couldn't shut it off. The ball just about hit him.
Giolito with a 2-1. Left that one up.
2. 3-1.
Red Sox trying to get to 2 games over 500. That's where Seattle is right now. Themselves at 36 and 34. Will dip in there for strike.
Strike.
At the bottom of the zone.
It's a full count here.
Giolito actually walked the leadoff man tonight in the first inning. J.P. Crawford then got a double play. Has not walked anyone since. 3-2 and in there for strike 3.
Strike 3. There you go.
And Williamson will take a seat. 2 down.
The carry on this four-seamer. We talk about the extension, the spin, and how you have to ride through the zone. To a hitter in their eyes, with a good four-seamer like that, you see the angle of it, you think that is going to be well below the zone, and it flattens out. It just catches the bottom of the zone. It's a perfect pitch.
2 away for the number 9 man, Cole Young, who singled in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 1. Again, this rotation has gone 6 consecutive games with at least 6 innings per start. So Giolito looking to keep that number rolling.
Well, you always hear about the pitchers in the rotation competing with each other, right? And a couple guys do it, it starts to catch on, you get 3, 4, 5, it just keeps going. Nobody wants to be the first guy to break that streak.
Right by him.
1-2.
And
he's had good giddy up on the fastball.
He really has, and that is everything for him. That fastball velocity, 2 outings in a row, starting to tick up. That's a big reason for his success.
Trying to put away Young here with a 1-2 pitch. And he does.
And that's
Struck
strike
him
3.
out. 94 with that baby. He gets a
That ends
1-2-3
the inning.
again.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner.
Right now, well-qualified current Chevrolet, GMC, and most Ford pickup owners or lessees can lease the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $419 a month. See your upstate New York Ram dealer today.
Jeremy Pena, he's an electric-type personality. Hunter Brown has been the Astros' best and most consistent pitcher.
Oh, the Diesel special tonight.
You put Diesel in, you get Diesel out.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros. Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort. Boom.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
When kids don't have access to essential health care, it can negatively impact their physical and emotional health.
Ready or not, here I come.
That's why Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield is working to make quality care more accessible with specialized programs and plans for the needs of all families. So every child, every hide-and seeker, everybody benefits.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade, you gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Right-hander Edward Bizzardo coming out of the bullpen now for Seattle. Logan Gilbert, his first start back off the IL, threw the ball very, very well, allowing 2 runs, 3 hits, struck out 10 Red Sox, but he departs trailing.
Yeah, get him out of here. Stuff's too good.
Red Sox with runs in the first and the third, as Toro will take one on the edge for a strike. Abraham with an RBI single to chase in Jarren Duran in the third. Duran with a triple, his 8th of the year.
2-2 count to Toro.
Line shot, but he pulled it foul.
Yeah, that slider from Bizzardo, that's the pitch he likes to go to the most. Those at almost 50% of the time. He's got a 4-seamer, a sinker, and an occasional split that makes it.
Toro, Anthony Narvaez. Spot in the order where Rafi Devers would always hit, of course. So that's going to be strange for a while. Anthony has cracked his first major league home run tonight. One-two, fouled off, and he got a piece of his leg or his foot. So Abraham needs to shake that off with Anthony right behind him.
So they're getting a good look here. It's that slider down and in. He hits it right off of the shin. That is the absolute worst, Opie. There's no padding right there. It is just skin and bone. Permanent dents in mine. Maybe stay inside a ball once.
Yeah. Well, and then you got to get right back in there. Still ringing with pain. And of course, he goes down and in.
Of course. These pitchers, man.
2-2.
The worst when you're facing this a heavy right-on-right sinker baller, and you know he's coming in there. There's nothing you can do.
Oh, my.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Come on.
In agony. You gotta be kidding me.
Abraham Toro, man, please be
I was
okay.
at AAA at the time. I was in Columbus.
He is writhing in pain.
And I remember Zach McAllister, big tall righty with Cleveland.
It really didn't look that bad at first,
He kept
but
throwing me
he was
sinkers.
in a lot of pain. He is definitely coming out of this game.
Same exact spot in my shin, and I'm telling you, it lights you
Right
up
in the
first
shin.
time. If you hit it twice, you have a knot and a bruise on your shin. That one was a little higher. Actually, that one caught his knee, which is also a terrible place to do it. I thought he hit the same exact spot. That one, oh man, right on the kneecap. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe he wishes he hit the same spot a little lower on his shin.
He's up.
Well, he's up anyway.
I think he's gonna continue. I think he's good. Yeah, he's gonna continue. I was confident he was out of the game.
Right? Ready to do it again.
It's a lot of pain for.
You're going to that front door 2-seamer, just thinking he's going to take it.
I think he's all good.
He doesn't want to hit it off his shin again if it's a slider.
Count of 2-2. Looking for a second hit tonight. And will hit a high fly down the right field line. He pushed that one though.
Oh wow!
And a foul ball.
That would have been crazy.
He went back to the slider. Went back to it. This one spun and hung. Much more hittable spot right on the edge of the zone. And Toro got to it. he was going to get the head out on it. He was not about to hit it off his knee again.
2-2. Ran it in. He's having a fascinating at bat here. 10th pitch coming up.
It turns into not only mental warfare, but physical, right? Because you are in some pain right now.
3-2. And walks him. Well, he earned that one. No question about it.
That's ball 4.
So Toro will take first. As
So
we
he'll take
check out
first.
Tonight's storylines presented by FanDuel. Roman Anthony to record a double or 2 or more RBI. He's got 1. And for more on Anthony's home run in the first inning, let's toss it to Jemai.
Well, Dave, I just walked all the way out to right center field for a story, a great story, and I just got a story. Roman Anthony's first career home run, it landed in that tunnel out there, and a Mariners security person grabbed it, and that's when Senior Director of Facilities for the Seattle Mariners, David Wilkie, was walking by. He said, hey, just give me that ball. He personally walked it back to the clubhouse, gave it up, so no cool or harsh negotiation in this case. Is pretty cut and dry for Roman Anthony's ball. He'll get his first homer, unless, I guess.
Dude, if I caught a player's first home run or like a milestone home run, like I am getting something for it. Like I am fucking running up the price. I'm saying like season tickets, and I can smoke
Hey, a
in the
big
stadium.
tip of the cap to David Wilkie. Well done, David.
Yeah, seriously. Just
Give me that ball.
not going to cost Roman anything. Well, we'll see.
Walked it all the way to the Sox clubhouse. Fly ball into left field. That's pretty well hit. Rosarena will circle on it, make the play. And Toro back to first. Roman is 1 for 3 tonight. And 2 gone.
And Roman had some good hacks in that at bat. He got a couple hanging sliders the first 2 pitches, and he fouled them off. He was right on them, right? He's just looking for those pitches. Those are the mistakes that as you develop as a big leaguer, you don't end up missing as often, but that's how good he is, how strong he is. He's late on 97 and still hit it almost to the track.
Now number 1 there. Narvaez has struck out and flied out, and he will take a strike. So the starter Gilbert went 5, struck out 10, allowing 3 hits but 2 runs so far. Lucas Giolito has made that stand up. Sox trying to add on, and a ground ball right to Crawford.
And that'll be a double play to end the inning.
For the double play.
So that'll bring us to the bottom of the 6th. I have to pee, so I'll be right back.
You've been doing an all-star job at remaining consistent with your warm-ups and practice routines, Sagittarius, resulting in elevated performance. But you can get carried away when things are going well, which could lead you astray. Keeping yourself on track with your pregame rituals will help ensure that you're still raking all the way to October.
If you're the Nationals, you're starting to see the building blocks of being the team that you expect to be going into the future. They're a really good young team.
We have a good culture. We're going to do some special things this year. It's going to be fun.
I'll tell you another guy that might surprise you. Mackenzie Gore. He gets just flat out filthy. You're not transitioning anymore. You got to come to play. You're young. You're here to win, and the winning starts now. I always felt like Tampa had the blueprint.
Back it goes. It is gone.
They have a formula there, and they get the most out of their players.
That special sound. Oh my goodness.
The bottom line is that is a nasty pitch.
Sign of a confident pitcher and a maturing pitcher.
It is incredible to see what this franchise has done and where they've come from.
From a talent standpoint, I think we've got a little bit of an edge offensively.
Special organization.
They will be a playoff team again this year.
It's time for Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Give the kids in your community a chance to flex their superpowers, and they could earn a trip to the national finals at the 2025 World Series presented by Capital One. So go ahead, be the one who powers their dreams, and sign up to host a local Pitch, Hit, and Run event. It's a free and fun way to promote baseball, softball, and your organization. To learn more, go to pitchhitrun.com.
Rodenheiser Home Services is your local plumbing experts. Nice people, great service. tonight in Seattle. The Red Sox hold a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dave O'Brien alongside Will Middlebrooks and Jemai Webster down on the field as well. J.P. Crawford to lead it off against Lucas Giolito. He's allowed only 3 hits. Lucas has struck out 8.
That's a big inning here, too. At the top of the line. No. Lucas has not been good the third time through. 6.75 ERA. But you can feel a shift, right, over his last couple starts. The stuff is different. The misses are smaller. A lot more swing and miss. We'll see how it goes here.
Last time out against Tampa Bay, 6 innings, 3 hits. And will deliver a strike. This is a season high in strikeouts, the 8 that he has to this point. Including 3 in a row with the bases loaded in the 3rd. And the 2-1 to Crawford. He'll pop that foul out of play. Seattle missing the postseason each of the last 2 years after getting there in 2023 for the first time in a couple of decades. And this year, the great Ichiro Suzuki goes into the Hall of Fame this coming July. Great Seattle Mariner.
Geez, you know, as a third baseman, there were obviously some big righties I hated playing third base against, but Ichiro was the lefty that I was so uncomfortable.
Really?
Oh.
2-2 on the way to Crawford. Rodriguez on deck. And he'll miss with that, a full count.
So you have to play him in, right? Because he could still run. Even towards the end of his career, he could still run, and he would lay a perfect bunt. He'd mastered bunting. But he would see you and almost like smirk, and he would like aim for you as a third baseman and just smoke balls at you.
3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Number 9 for Lucas. He gets that man Crawford for the 2nd time.
And here's the thing, we talk about the fastball command, right? And also with Giolito, his misses have just been so much smaller. And what I mean by that is they're just off the plate, they're enticing swings. They're not easy takes for hitters.
Julio Rodriguez with a double play ball, and he's also struck out. He'll pop that up down the line. Meyer racing out there near the stands, trying to lunge for it, but couldn't get to it. He's angry at himself. Able to make that catch up against the net.
Yeah, Marcelo, I need you to climb over the fence and catch this ball. I mean, that was just on the other side. It almost stayed right in for him to make a play. I thought it was going to stay, but I mean, that just barely got over the little fence right there, the netting.
Bases empty and one away, the 0-1. Ichiro, of course, is already a huge star in Japan before he ever came to Seattle. And then it was incredible to watch his first couple of years in particular, because not only was he a great hitter, and he had like 260 hits one year, ridiculous things like that, he was a great defender. Yeah. A tremendous arm.
41 days. He had over 1,200 hits in Japan. Career .353 batting average over there. Obviously, we know what he did once he came over to Major League Baseball.
Right away, Rookie of the Year, MVP. Here's the 1-2, and he bounced it.
What did he end up with? I know it was over 4,300, right? Of combined hits between. I think MLB was just under 3,100, and then to look it up, there's a machine for that.
Incredible. Here's the 2-2.
OKC wins.
To Rodriguez.
40 points for Jalen Williams.
And miss for strike 3. That's filthy. And that's 10 punch outs.
So 1 win away from the NBA Finals for OKC.
6th inning.
And this is just a product of his fastball being that much better and locating it. The fastball has been so good for him up in the zone, and goes to the changeup against J-Rod right there, down below, not even close to the zone against the chase. So 43-67. That was between Japan and Major League Baseball.
I mean, that's Pete Rose territory. with the two combined from Japan and in the major leagues in the U.S. Cal Raleigh is flied out and struck out. So the Red Sox are trying to go 7 consecutive games with 6 innings or better out of the rotation. And a ground ball to second means that's exactly
and that'll
what's
end the
going to
inning.
happen. Giolito mows him
So we ended the
down.
7th of the inning.
He's gotten him 1,
Giolito's
2, 3
been
each of the
amazing
last
tonight.
3 innings.
That's probably going to do it for him. I would imagine. Maybe he'll come out for one more, but I doubt it.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Another breaking ball, skied to left. And this ball is gonna, it hit a bird. You believe that? I've never seen that.
Well, I've heard of birdies in golf. That's the first birdie I've seen in baseball.
Santana's probably thinking a bird in hand. That's the first ew of the 1987 season.
Red Sox baseball in essence brought to you by Nissan. Fuel your epic summer with a test drive at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Viva Tequila Seltzer. Grab your Viva Tequila Seltzer at Total Wine stores across New England. And by Subaru of New England. SubaruofNewEngland.com. Out of the 7th. Red Sox 2, Seattle nothing. And a new pitcher for the Mariners, Zach Pop. Another right-hander. Look at his numbers in the minor leagues. And he's going to get for the Red Sox Myers, Story, and Hamilton.
He's a ground ball machine. Heavy sinker, good down action, high 90s sinker, 2-seamer.
Red Sox have Justin Wilson throwing in the bullpen. Ground ball picked off by
And that's
the
going to
first
be
baseman and
out number
ties it
1.
to the pitcher for out number 1. And Marcelo tonight 0 for 3. And in front of Trevor Story, who has struck out and taken a walk. Lucas Giolito has been superb with 10 strikeouts. He's only allowed 3 hits, and they all came in a row in the 3rd inning. And he pitched out of that jam brilliantly. Trevor taking a walk last time up. And Pop with a pitch.
Yeah, I like that by Trevor, right? He wants to see that sinker. He knows this guy's got a ton of movement. When you're facing a guy like this, you have to see it outer third. Pick it up out of the hand. It's got to start away from you if it's a good pitch to hit.
Fouled off by Story.
That's the one, right? It starts middle away. If you know it's running and sinking into you as a right-handed batter, if it starts middle away, you know it's going to end up inner third like that. Trevor was just off of it.
Red Sox played 74 games as of tonight. He has started at short 68 of them. 1-2. It's one of those nights where the Red Sox have struck out a ton, even more than normal, already with 10, and yet they lead it 2-0 because they're getting superb pitching once again.
Yeah, and look, sometimes you got to tip your cap. Logan Gilbert had really good stuff.
Yeah.
He threw the ball really well.
It's a really good pitcher. Just off the IL. 1-2 home.
And that's 2-2.
Hamilton next. And Pop with
Bruce
a
the
2-2
bat dog.
home. He's running full. Trevor with a couple of good at-bats tonight.
Had walked there in the 4th inning in his last at bat. Worked it full. Fouled off some tough pitches. Took some tough pitches. That was a good sign for him.
Rattles that to Crawford at short. Very short-handed.
And that's out number 2.
2 down. Hamilton to climb in next as we check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. For Hamilton, Rafaela Campbell. Roman Anthony does have a home run tonight. First major league clout in the 1st inning.
Good fuck.
In the same ballpark where Rafael Devers hit his in 2017. Chopper to the middle. Lunging for it, Crawford throws and got him. The bank.
That's out number 3.
He did not get rid
So
of it.
to the bottom of the 7th.
But he has a good arm. See if the Red Sox
Bar's going to look at this.
at all.
And
They've got 15 seconds to do it.
Oh boy, that was closer than I thought.
And the Red Sox will not challenge.
they're not challenging it.
Time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. It's a wild crowd. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. It's the play at the plate. It's TC Bear. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can be a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top.
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam, Carlos Correa.
With Byron Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
There's one speed, and has to go get it.
I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
Think you know Kyle Schwarber?
He's not playing lawyer ball. He's looking to do damage and hit home runs. Kyle Schwarber gets it. And that's why, despite not being our prototype, he's one of our very favorite players.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
I think this is the Phillies' division to win.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series win.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Redwoods do great things when it matters. Trey Turner, just tools out of his mind.
Lucas Giolito's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. And his moment of moments tonight was certainly striking out 3 in a row after allowing 3 consecutive hits to begin the
1 count
third
here to
inning.
Jorge
It's the
Polanco.
first time in his career he's ever done that. Giving way now to Wilson, just a Wilson out of the pen. And a swing and a miss here by Polanco, who is fanned and popped up. It's our BuyForNow.com call to the bullpen. Sox would love to go Wilson, Weiser, Chappie out there. That one's stung, knocked out by Meyer. Can he find it in time? He'll throw and won't get it.
Nope.
And Polanco is on. It rolled away just enough, and he had no play. So Polanco will be aboard to begin the inning.
Yeah, this ball was smoked, right? Just right one step to the left by Meyer. Actually, great reaction time. Gets glove on it to knock it down. But you'll watch when he goes to pick this up. Right there. He goes with his glove. You always want to go bare hand, right? Because you go out with your glove sometimes, you can't glove it clean, and then you have to transfer to the bare hand. It's tough to make that play that way.
That'll be a base hit. Randy Arozarena is lined to center and struck out. So Polanco aboard. Seattle with their 4th hit. Red Sox have only 3. Grounded foul. Arozarena with 8 home runs. One. Missed in. One popped up on a big swing. Trevor Story taking command in front of the bag. 1 down.
Big out there. That fastball slider combination has been so good for Wilson so far. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org.
Dylan Moore is going to hit for Rowdy Tellez. That'll bring Bailey out with the scouting report for the Red Sox. Originally, they had Donovan Solano out there. They're going to pull him back, obviously, and make a change. Dylan Moore 0 for his last 19.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're pulling Rowdy Tellez back here in this spot. It's just 128 batting average, right, for Wilson against lefties. Right, he's hitting 326 off.
Moore very fleet of foot. Got a runner at first, 1 down. So
runner at first, 1 out.
Double up.
Here's Dylan Moore.
He's going to take one downstairs for a ball. Red Sox 2 and Seattle nothing. Last half of the 7th. Red Sox starters have gone at least 6 innings in 7 in a row. Giolito terrific tonight. Runner goes, and it's going to get underneath Narvaez as Polanco dives.
Advance the runner.
So he'll pick up a stolen base.
Yeah, I want you to watch David Hamilton here. He does a really good job. The base runner's looking at him when he slides, and he acts like he's receiving the ball, and he's going to come put the tag down. That allows the base stealer not to see the ball get to the backstop and stay up to move on to third base.
2-0 to Moore.
Have you been to Soho? What's that? No, I don't think.
Ball 3.
Well, if I don't know what it is,
Take
probably
a look
not.
at it right here. See Hamilton realize the ball's to the backstop. You couldn't really see it there. There it is, right there. He comes in like he has the ball, and just like a late throw, so Blanco doesn't jump up and be able to take an extra bat.
That's going to be ball 4. So Dylan Moore, the pinch hitter, takes a walk. Trouble brewing here with 1 away. First and second. Weissert is up and warming in the bullpen. And Dominic Canzone will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
Yeah, look, with the base open, I can see Wilson just kind of pitched around the righty there, even though he hasn't had a lot of success as of late, just to get to the lefty here because he had the base open.
And tying runs on base now for Canzone. There's 1 home run. And pops it up. Left side of the
that'll
diamond
be caught
for Meyer. Marcelo,
by
the infield
Meyer for out
makes
number
the
2.
catch.
So 2 runners on, 2 out.
Curious if they go to Weissert here.
Runners on first and second.
Williamson, the righty. If they're going to stick with Wilson. Weissert's seen so many outings, so many innings here lately.
Ken Williamson, the batter. He's singled and fanned. 2 on and now 2 away in the Seattle 7th inning. And Wilson looking to get out of this. And he'll fire downstairs, ball 1. The Red Sox got 6 excellent innings out of the starter, Giolito. 1-0. And a strike.
There it is. There's that fastball. The command hadn't quite been there this outing. And, you know, that's the thing with Wilson. He rarely gives up a ton of hard contact. He gets in trouble when he's not throwing strikes.
He's evened it at 1-1, and here it comes. And a strike. He gets ahead.
That's perfectly placed. 94 down and in, same spot twice in a row. And it's setting up that slider down and in for a big strikeout.
Polanco at second, Moore the runner at first. Wilson's 1-2 coming.
And that's strike 3. That'll bring us to the 8th inning.
Tonight, they have made giant pitches. End of 7, 2-0 Boston.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss in Major League Baseball. You're up. Go Yankees.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's happened. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. And he swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Crow Armstrong, what a stunner.
Showed it in Imanaga. It's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki for the grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
I don't know what Soho is.
Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby Labar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
We got it. This guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming. And good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment. This is the show that never ends.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB authenticated to ensure the item shipped directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
8th inning underway. A ground ball to the second baseman. Young off the bat of Cedar Rafaela. 1 pitch, 1 out. He's 0-3. And Christian Campbell will test the right-hander next. Red Sox ahead 2-0 late in the game as they continue to get superb starting pitching. Excellent pitching period. And the day after Rafi Devers was traded to the Giants, the Red Sox have only managed 3 hits and 2 runs. But it's been enough so far here in Seattle. As Campbell takes a strike. He struck out 2 times. Red Sox coming off a 2-0 win against the Yankees as part of the weekend sweep. 0-1.
Tony's a pitcher and the leadoff hitter. That's fucking insane. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Red Sox 2 runs after a triple in the 3rd inning.
That's one thing that makes me smile out of all this bullshit. Is that we're still in the sport where that man fucking exists somehow.
Right now, a word from
People
PNC
say Dom said that I was glazing him.
Repetition is born.
People say that like they glaze
Some don't.
Shohei.
I
It's
guess
not
you both
glazing
sides.
because it's literally Shohei Ohtani.
Bank. Seattle with a mound visit after the number 2 hitter Campbell slaps one up the middle. And Dan Wilson, the manager, takes the ball away, and they've got a pitching change for the Mariners.
Pitching change.
We'll take the break and return to Seattle with more in just a moment.
Durant will be coming in.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Exactly, because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
No, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Just gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah, thank
Let's
you.
go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
On a distant world, you faced the enemy.
Zach Neto made a crazy catch.
And all the while, you were vacuuming. Oh, there's more to imagine when you listen.
See the fucking Denzel Clark catch? That shit was crazy.
Need to sell your home fast? Struggling with repairs, foreclosure, or just ready to move on? At Our Capital Home Solutions, we have helped over 150 families over the past 2 years right here in Central New York. We buy houses for cash. No repairs, no hidden fees, no waiting. We make the process simple and stress-free. Call Our Capital Home Solutions today for a free cash offer at 424-246-6376 or scan the QR code below to visit our website. Our Capital Home Solutions. The solutions you want, the cash you need.
Right-hander Trent Thornton in with a 7.71 ERA. And a strike on Jared Durant. Red Sox with a man on and a man out in the 8th.
And their bullpen is supposed to be pretty used up after this last series against Cleveland here. Because Thornton's normally their long guy.
Would be cool if
343 batting average
would have
against
been.
lefties.
The trade deadline's not
Fouled away by
here
Jared
yet.
Durant. He is 1 for 3 with a triple and a couple of strikeouts. Thornton, the guy, is a real workhorse. 71 appearances last
265 on the year, 742 OPS, 5 home runs, 38 RBIs for Duran.
Red Sox trying to add on. They have not scored since the 3rd inning. Toro on deck. Campbell gets his lead at first. And a grounder foul. So Thornton becomes the 3rd man out of their bullpen after Logan Gilbert was coming off the IL and was only going to be held about 80 pitches anyway. Went the first 5. Red Sox got him for a couple of runs, and he struck out 10. Runner goes, swinging a fly ball left center. That struck. Rodriguez on the run, back in the
That's
track.
going to be
they're
caught for
running
number
down.
2.
Campbell has to turn and head on back into first. He had taken the turn around the bag, so he had to retouch on the way back to first.
Yeah, I like being aggressive there, right? Because it was going to take a really nice play by Julio Rodriguez, and he covers a ton of ground out there. We know that. He covers it, gets to the track, and with his back to the infield, Campbell knew he could take a big round. But to your point, OB, he did a very good job of making sure to retouch the bag and get back to first just in time.
One of the better swings tonight off the bat of Duran, but for an out, it brings up Toro, who has gone 1 for 2 with a walk. So Abraham up to 320 with 5 home runs. Base hit that drove in Duran back in the 3rd inning could prove to be huge indeed as he'll take a ball.
He's hit safely in 21 of his last 26 games. I mean, he's just been a revelation for this team. You know, just make the routine plays at first, which he's done. But, I mean, he is talking loud with the bat.
Fouled away, good cut. 1-2.
I was curious if he was going to roll up there with a shin guard on this time. Didn't give in.
Great big piece of body armor. After 2 foul balls off the same leg, runner taken off Campbell, and it's fouled away.
Just roll up there with Connor Wong's shin guard.
Yeah.
So 1-2 count.
He punished himself in that at bat.
Abraham Toro, yeah, surprised he's still in this game.
Had himself a long but painful at bat. Campbell's been taken off. Gets the lead again. Not running. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. He will strike him out.
Strike
and
3.
That's all. Red Sox will strand 1. Getting late here. Bottom of the 8th. 2-0.
Bottom of the 8th. Scored a run on the first and the third. The Roman Anthony home run. And the Jaron Durant triple, and then he scored the run after the infield single from Abraham Toro.
Baseball comment, and good guess, by the way. Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's Kyle Tucker. Welcome to the Cubs. Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Armstrong. What a stud.
Shota Imanaga, it's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki with a grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
Hey, I like the new look.
It's not new, Dad. I've been progressing my career in MLB The Show. Yeah, Road to the Show career mode includes a high school and college experience. I'm still in high school. You'll get there, Mom. What do you say you play some home run derby?
Oh yeah, let's go!
Get the full MLB The Show experience on Nintendo Switch. Rated E for everyone.
Can I get next?
So another SpaceX rocket exploded? Really?
The Kenyon Grill Spring and Summer Sale for 20% off grills and accessories at cookwithkenyon.com. Underway in the bottom half of the 8th here in Seattle. Will Middlebrooks, Dave O'Brien. Red Sox 2 and the Mariners nothing. Each team.
Here's the bottom of the 8th. Greg Weissert is in the pitch.
Either side has committed an error. Greg Weissert did not get a swing and miss there. Young held it. He's gone 1 for 2 with a base hit.
It's a good pocket for Weissert with the lefty and Young and Crawford coming up. Lefties, Weissert has reverse splits. Lefties are hitting just 180 against him this year.
Aroldis Chapman available to pitch tonight. Here's the 2-0. And he has gone to ball 3.
SGA 31 points.
J.P. Crawford, who's been their hottest hitter, is up.
I would be watching tonight, but the Red Sox had to pull some bullshit. So, you know.
And the 3-0.
I feel like I have to fucking babysit this team. I literally fucking, like...
Walked them on 4 straight.
Like, it feels like I was, like, I had plans with my friends, and then I had to go home to fucking... Because my kid was causing trouble.
Red Sox have only walked 3 men tonight.
Kid was causing trouble with the
And
fucking
they have struck out
babysitter.
11 Mariners.
I had to go home.
Including this man Crawford twice. He's also taken ball 4. Young, the base runner. And ball 1, he has yet to throw a strike.
No, this is like worse. It's like the kid killed the babysitter. That's what this is like.
At this point in the season, it's a lot, and most of them have been in leverage situations.
Yeah, almost half the Red Sox games to this point. 1-0. Misses again, and now Narvaez is going to walk the baseball out. That is 6 in a row to start his outing outside the strike zone. The crowd tonight here in Seattle at T-Mobile Park, 24,290. And a perfect night for a ball game. Always wonderful to come here and have the roof open. And a gorgeous sunset as well.
Gosh, you're going to beat that.
Well, Weiser trying to find home plates. And after a 4-pitch walk, here's the 2-0 to Crawford. And he misses again. That is 7 in a row. And a 3-0 to J.P. Crawford.
And that's
he
ball
jumps
4.
away, ball 4.
So I got 2 runners on with nobody
8
out.
straight misses by Weiser.
There's some stirring around in the Red Sox bullpen. Nobody up tossing yet. Just kind of leaning on a guy that you've relied on a ton this season to just figure it out right here.
Young at second, Crawford at first, so good speed out there. And now here's Julio Rodriguez, who's gone 0 for 3. He's a home run threat. He's hit 10. Fouls that away for strike 1. 0 for 3, including hitting into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning against Lucas Giolito. And the Red Sox get a ground ball right at somebody again off his bat. Flared into center field, charging out at Cedano.
Yeah, that's going to be out number
They'll throw into
1.
second, not in time for a double play, but 1 down.
You know, and you wonder with Jordan Hicks, who just came over from San Francisco in that trade, where is he going to fall in this bullpen, right? Obviously, he has that power arm. He has
really hard.
Those very hard. The super sinker can get a lot of ground balls. It's all about command with him. But where's he going to fall, right? Because there's some guys that are going to need to not throw every night.
Meanwhile, Cal Raleigh, 26 home runs. Got to be very, very careful here. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied out to center, struck out, and grounded to second.
Yeah, I absolutely love that first pitch changeup right there. Weiser's about 65% fastball between the 2-seam and the 4-seam. Can really surprise guys with that first pitch changeup.
First and second with 1 away, and the 0-1. Foul tip to the mitt, 0-2.
2 good ones right there that just start in the zone and disappear. Turn this thing over. Looks like the 2-seamer just doesn't get there.
Young at second, Crawford at first. Weiser, 0-2. Tried the outside edge. That sweeper didn't get there.
I tell you what, you know, even the way this inning started, Weiser trusting his stuff, because that's a dangerous pitch. If he pulls that over the middle of the plate, you're running into trouble with a guy like this.
1-2.
2-2.
Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Raleigh tied with Aaron Judge for the American League lead with 26 home runs. Weiser's 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him.
That's strike 3. Out number 2.
Raleigh fanning for the second time. 2 down in the 8th.
Weiser didn't even bother to throw him a fastball, right? He's not feeling the command with it. He goes 3 changeups, tries to backdoor a sweeper, goes back to a changeup. Raleigh's thinking right there, he's got to go to the fastball at some point, and he never does. It's a big strikeout right there.
And now the DH, Jorge Polanco. 1 for 3 with a single. 2 down now in the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox trying to protect the 2-0 lead. And ball 1 from Weiser, who walked the first 2 men in the inning. Then got J-Rod to fly out. Got Raleigh to chase a pitch in the dirt. And a 1-0. And that'll be a strike with that changeup to even it up 1-1.
Well, you're seeing Weiser go to the changeup a lot simply because he does not have the command of the heater right here. That's the count right here. Maybe he could go to the fastball if he wanted to.
Well, Chase, 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, in the 3rd inning, the bases were loaded. Red Sox got out of it. In the 7th inning, 2 men left. Now here in the 8th, 2 on again. And popped up. Here comes Meyer. He's got
And that's going to be caught for out number 3.
Boy, the Red Sox 3 different
Nice.
times have been on the verge of giving up a run. They've made huge, huge pitches tonight.
This guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm
Telling he definitely earned the glazing, definitely since he's a champion. Exactly.
This is the show that never ends.
MLB All-Star Week is lighting up Atlanta with baseball's biggest events, like the HBCU Swingman Classic presented by T-Mobile, the All-Star Futures
He's a
Game,
champion and what, a 3-time MVP? Isn't he 3-time?
One All-Star Village and Play Ball Park, the MLB Draft, T-Mobile Home Run Derby, the All-Star Red Carpet Show, and the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard. This is MLB All-Star Week. Learn more at allstargame.com.
A diaper this leak-free sets them free. Only Pampers Cruisers 360 have a 360 stretchy waistband for up to 100% leak-proof fit on every wild child. Pampers Cruisers 360, now at the new low price.
At Bombas, we make absurdly comfortable socks, slippers you'll float in, and underwear and tees that feel like clouds.
Ninth inning, Red Sox leading in Seattle 2-0 here in Game 1. And Roman Anthony, part of the narrative tonight, with his first Major League home run in the 1st inning. He has gone 1 for 3 against the Steelers this evening, and the 0-1 fouled away. Time now for our All-State Good Hands replay.
I'll take you back to the 1st inning. That fastball up and away from Logan Gilbert. Roman gives this thing a ride, sneaks it out for his first big league homer.
And Mariners personnel able to get into that tunnel, get the ball, and walk it back to the Red Sox clubhouse.
Awesome.
Dude, I can't believe it, though.
Baez and Meyer after him here in the 9th. Red Sox with only 4 hits, same as Seattle, though. And a 1-2 from Thornton. And the closer is up and getting loose. Aroldis Chapman ready to fire away. Here's the 2-2. Running full.
Good take
Full
right
count.
there, right? Not getting too over aggressive. Trying to protect. Obviously, you expand a little bit with 2 strikes, but not biting on the good breaking ball right there.
Facing a 3-2 from Thornton. A swing and pop it down to left field line. Foul ground. Williamson a long run.
Oh, wow.
Gets to it. Makes a sprawling catch.
Ben Williamson with a great
And
catch.
played there in foul ground and 1 out.
Carlos Narvaez coming up.
Great play right here. Foul
El
territory on the
Capitan.
track. You're dealing with the wall.
He's the fucking face of the Red Sox now, dude. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Just about overruns it, leaves his feet just because you want to protect those knees around that short wall down there. Slides and goes full extension, reaching back behind him to make a nice play.
Narvaez 0 for 3 this evening. A strikeout, a fly out, and a double play ball. Again, the Red Sox coming off a 2-0 win over the Yankees. Leading this one 2-0 in the ninth. Red Sox have been winning close games as they try and make it 6 in a row. Flick foul out of play.
Hitting 282 with a 821 OPS, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Over 3 tonight, though.
On deck. And a 1-1 from Thornton.
2-1.
Dodgers are playing the Padres. Shohei Ohtani got on the mound and started tonight.
Yeah, Jansen is with the Angels.
By the Dodgers. This one's popped up back off into the stands.
Fouled.
Dodgers are now leading 6-2 in the 6th inning. Shohei touching 100 miles.
It's not even going to be dark yet by the time this game ends.
Must be nice.
Beautiful, beautiful night in Seattle. And nearly midnight in the east. Checked and he held it.
A lot of loyal fans sitting up late with us. Probably a few cats still watching because TV's got left on, but here we are.
We're big with the felines, man. 3-2. Chapo foul. I've done that throughout the years on both radio and television when we played these late night games, asking, what are you doing right now as you're watching the Red Sox? What is it you're doing?
Your second cycle of REM sleep.
3-2. I get a lot of, well, feeding the baby. You know?
Yeah.
Or from students when school is in session, you know, studying for a final or studying for an exam.
So full count.
Something like that. Working a night shift. 3-2.
Yeah, that's ball 4.
Right there.
Carlos Narvaez had a good AB there. 8-pitch at bat. Gets a walk.
Auto Service celebrating 70 years in business.
It's midnight now, yeah.
Tonight. 3 hits,
9 p.m. though on the
strikeouts.
West Coast in Seattle.
First home run of his career.
Seattle, Washington.
Galrano 0 for 4, 2 big strikeouts.
Sunset is at 9:09.
The man tied for
They haven't even
the
reached
home run
sunset
lead.
yet.
And there for a strike on Marcelo. He's grounded out twice and struck out.
Love to see Marcelo get a little hanging breaking ball here.
Marcelo Meyer,
power lately.
0 for 3 tonight. Hitting 212 on the year.
Ground ball to
It's
first,
foul.
off the line foul. The Red Sox have been able to overcome
Dude,
11 strikeouts,
Just can't believe he's not here no more.
at least to this point. And down and in
1-2.
for a ball.
Raffy's definitely going to hit a home run this weekend
Baez, the base runner, one away.
against the Sox.
And he'll cut
And
and
that's
miss
a
for another
strike 3.
strikeout for the Red Sox. And 2 down.
2 outs. Top of the 9th.
It'll be Trevor Story next, 0 for 2.
Story looking for a little daze right here. He had a good walk there in the 4th.
Strike 1.
Caught guessing there early on that big sweeper. 78 miles an hour. I think he had a ton of side-to-side break.
Red Sox 4 hits. The Mariners have 4 hits. And he'll foul that one away. He's in a hole now, 0-2.
You know what? Thornton doesn't like his fastball very much, does he? He's throwing a ton of off speed.
And came in with a sky-high earned run average. Trevor now talking with home plate umpire DJ Rayburn for a quick moment.
I don't know if that had to do with the music still playing. They didn't turn the music off.
Now the timer rolling. He'll pop a foul again back in the stands. A giant road trip, obviously, for the Red Sox, not only because of the trade of Rafi Devers to the San Francisco Giants, but because of the competition on the schedule. Seattle,
I just don't want to hear
second place team, battling for a wild card. Same with the San Francisco Giants, who are next. And even the Angels are still in the wild card hunt.
Yeah, you're right. It's a tough trip. I mean, I think the Giants are much more competitive than anyone expected them to be in that division.
No, this is like terrible. This is like Luka. This is like the Luka trade of the MLB.
2 down.
It really is.
Another one pop foul as Trevor Story stays alive. So Red Sox out on the West Coast for 9 games in 10 days. And a 1-2. And popped up.
And that's popped up, and that's going to be caught
comes a Rosarena. Rosarena will
out
take
number
it.
3 by Rosarena. I'm going to go
We'll
pee.
find out that the Red Sox have enough. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 2-0 Boston.
We head to the bottom of the ninth here in Seattle,
So me as a
Washington.
professional mixed martial artist, I obviously have to make weight. And I have a lot of stuff going. Taking the guesswork out of doing things right for me has always been extremely important. How I go down to 155 pounds so I can compete.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
You know a leader when you see one. They're in it for the long haul. Advantech has been advancing the industry for decades with products that change the way we build. We never stop innovating, constantly setting new standards with every panel we deliver, including the first squeak-free guarantee. That's why we've been voted #1 by builders for over 20 years. Advantech Subflooring, the flat-out best.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Planet Fitness. Only $15 a month. And by WB Mason. Request your food service catalog today at WBMason.com. Here in the great Pacific Northwest, Red Sox are 3 outs away from a win. They're going to bring on the closer, Aroldis Chapman.
Here
to
goes
try
number
and lock
44.
this up. It's been a tight one. Red Sox 2 and
Fuck
Seattle
him.
nothing. And Aroldis last worked on Friday night as he retired 2 batters in the 9th inning in the victory over the Yankees to start the sweep. Randy Arozarena will lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th. And the first pitch will be strike 1 at 96. Arozarena has lined to center, struck out, and popped to short. And the 0-1. Well, he came out of his shoes to try to get 0-2.
He sure has. I mean, this is the sinker, right? We know about the four-seamer and the velocity, but the two-seamer has been so effective for Aroldis. 0.91 batting average against.
The big lefty with the two-strike pitch. Red Sox pitchers have struck out 12 Seattle Mariners tonight.
Chapman, another guy who's thrown a ton. This is his 33rd game he's pitched in, and a lot of those were tie ball games.
He struck him out. Got it up to 99.
Shot number 1.
One down.
Yeah, I guess it helps when that sinker's 99 and 100, right? Get a little run action away from Arozarena. Good back view of that. It starts down the middle, runs out over the plate, up and away. Just no chance for Arozarena.
Dylan Moore next. Only one plate appearance. Drew a walk in the 7th. And the 1-0. That'll be a strike. Chapman with a 1.55 ERA. He'll bring a 1-1. Or late. 1-2.
You know, I love how he shows early in the count. Here's a little breaking ball, or here's a split, just to get you off 100, right? And then it's boom, right back at you with the gas.
2-2.
Well, Roldis trying to make Dylan Moore the 14th strikeout victim of Red Sox pitching here on this Monday night. 2-2.
And he's strike 3. Sox are 1 out away.
Punch outs. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Lucas, outstanding.
Let's give him some love here, right? 10 strikeouts. You see the fastball's up, and it just sets up for so much swing and miss. Look at the one from Cal Raleigh way out there, 82, about 57 feet. But his ability to throw the fastball for strikes gave him such a big chance to get swing and miss today.
Donovan Solano will bat now as he's the pinch hitter. With the bases empty and 2 gone, and he swings and misses strike 1.
I mean, the command from Chapman this year, that was the thing coming into it, right? You know, he worked on some things when he was in Pittsburgh and changed his mechanics a little bit to throw more strikes, and it has been so nice to see.
Cut on and miss for
That's
strike
2. 1 strike away.
When you can lean back and say, you know what, I'm going to just serve it up dead middle of the plate, and you're not going to hit it.
And good luck to you.
Now,
14 strikeouts tonight by the Red Sox pitching staff.
Solano hitting
And he has
195 on the year.
Solano in the hold 0-2. Aroldis will fire. Swung on and fouled on the play.
Yeah, we see that too. It's amazing, right? He's 97, 99, and just that's where he can like let off the gas and command it wherever he wants. Right there, what he wanted to be the last pitch of the game, reached back. Oh, by the way, here's 102. Still got it in my back pocket.
0-2.
And that's strike 3.
That does it.
Red Sox win.
Aroldis Chapman strikes out
Nice.
the side. Red Sox pitching fans 15 Seattle Mariners. And in the first game without Rafi Devers, the Red Sox only get 4 hits. It's enough for a win because the pitching once again was tremendous.
Love the homer,
Wow.
right?
It doesn't really
by Roman Anthony, but
help.
you're right. This is all about the pitching staff.
You know,
Giolito
doesn't
was
really
phenomenal.
fix
5 of his 6
how I
innings
feel.
were 3 up, 3 down. There were a
But
couple jams that these guys got into and made
it was a
pitches,
nice-
figured out ways to get through it. It's a great team win.
And a season-high
Nice little win.
6-game winning streak for the Red Sox. They get this
Yeah.
very crucial road trip.
It is, yeah, 9 out of the last 11.
Red Sox win. Presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny break it all down this victory in Seattle. Plus, Jemai will chat with Roman Anthony, his first big league home run tonight. That and more coming up in 1 minute.
It's bittersweet. It's more bitter, though. More bitter than sweet. More sweet than bitter. bitter than sweet. You know, we're fucking singing that. We're fucking singing that. I need some therapy. This is therapy. This is a 6-minute song, so we're gonna be here for a while. Bedroom window. She's not so far as she seems. Meadows, melting sunsets, blowing in the breeze. She can't see me watching. Love is bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. It's bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. I'm older now, work in the city. It's different than my dream. Morning light fills the room, I'll rise, pretend she's sleeping. Oh, everything we wanted. Love. Love, love, love. It's bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. Bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. Said I don't know, I'm talking about it. We don't tell each other all the little things that we need. We work our way around each other.
Coming into tonight.
Here's Roman
It's a lot
Anthony.
of fun. I mean, our pitching staff has been unbelievable. You know, since I've been here, they've just executed every single pitch, and our defense has been great. Everything's been great. We're swinging it well, and we're rolling right now. It's fun. Winning's fun.
You got the first points on the board in this contest against Logan Gilbert. He's an all-star, a Cy Young candidate year after year. How gratifying was it to get your first big league homer?
Okay. Great.
And obviously we won 2-0, so that was big. But, you know, great to just help the team win and get another great team win.
And that was your first plate appearance against him. What was the approach going in?
We know he's got a great heater. He's a great pitcher out there, so, you know, threw me a few there and just try not to be late, try to find a way on, try to find a way to score, help the team win.
Since you got called up to the big leagues, you've been seeing a lot of spin, a lot of changeups. How surprised were you that that plate appearance was so fastball heavy?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just it's all part of that, you know, that learning curve you go through as a rookie and as somebody who comes up and experiences that first week and sees the different ways they pitch you. So I think just adjustments are huge, pitch to pitch. You know, if you can make pitch to pitch adjustments, I think you'll be all right.
Lucky for you, the ball landed in the tunnel. I think you're going to get it back, man. So congrats.
Awesome. Thank you.
Beautiful. Nice shot for Roman Anthony. Work our way around each other as we tremble and we bleed. We tremble and as we tremble and we bleed. It's bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. Ooh. It's bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. I didn't know that song was that fucking long, but you know, I was committed to it, so that's honestly cheer me up a bit. Plus the Sox win and singing bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. It's a bittersweet surrender. Made me happy. For the losing team, the home team, the Seattle Mariners, the team that is located and based out of Seattle, Washington, they didn't score any runs, so fuck them. Logan Gilbert got the loss, his second loss of the year, bringing his record to 1-2. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 10, gave up 1 home run, and it's a 2.55 ERA. Edward Brizardo. It literally sounds like a made-up name. It sounds like Doobie Bababadoo. Doobie da Babadoo. Yeah, that sounds like Doobie da Babadoo. Edward Brizardo. Pitched an inning, walked 1, has a 3.31 ERA. Zach Pop pitched an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, has a 0.00 ERA. He made his 2025 debut tonight. Oh, wait, no, he made it in his last game, sorry. Wait, no, it was tonight, never mind. I'm fucking dumb. Yeah, it was tonight. And then Trent Thornton pitched an inning in 2/3, walked 1, struck out 2, and has a 7.08 ERA. For the winning team, the Boston Red Sox, who traded Rafael Devers. I literally still cannot believe it. This is like literally MLB's Luka trade. I have to be serious. It really is. But for the Red Sox, Roman Anthony had the home run in the first inning off of Logan Gilbert. And then Roman Anthony had an RBI, and Abraham Toro had an RBI. Lucas Giolito got the win, his third win of the year, bringing his record to 3-1. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 10, and had a 4.73 ERA. He had a great night tonight, an amazing night, and he's been pitching really well recently. Wasn't pitching great when he first came back, but he's been pitching really well in the last few games. Justin Wilson pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 1, has a 2.16 ERA. Greg Weissert pitched an inning, walked 2, struck out 1, has a 2.73 ERA. And then number 44 got the save, his 13th on the year. He pitched 1 inning, struck out 3, and has a 1.50 ERA. Time of the ball game was 2.5 hours, and yeah, that's where I'm going to end it. I want to fucking thank you bitches and dicks for watching. It was a, like I said, yeah, bittersweet night. That's the theme. More bitter than sweet. Not sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet. But, you know, still won. Still had a great performance by Lucas Giolito. And that's something to feel good about, I guess. Fuck my life. Fuck my fucking life. We're gonna fucking trade KD in like fucking 10 days. Fuck. Alright, bye guys.